History of the X-Men is a video series that I've been threatening to do for a while, at least to people on Skype, like Eric and people I talk to on there. Basically, what happened was I bought the X-Men omnibus, which took which took the giant-sized X-Men to, and basically all through Chris Claremont's run, all the way up to the middle of the Dark Phoenix saga, because apparently they couldn't get the whole thing in, and I really enjoyed it. And from there, I basically went through and I basically read all the old X-Men stories, and I really enjoyed them. Which was weird for me because I'm much more of a DC guy. Like, I know DC history very, very well. Marvel history, I know Spider-Man. Like, I've read most of the major storylines, and I thought, they were, because you have to read them through a shaded lens. Like, this was written in the 60s, and you have to keep your mind in that. And basically, the only character that I really know at Marvel, and I know really, really well, like my DC characters, is basically Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man like the back of my hand. X-Men is kind of something recently that I've picked up and I've started learning, and basically through the history of, and basically what I was going to do was reread the history of the X-Men, starting with Giant Size X-Men. I was going to do a preview and give my opinion on the Roy Thomas and Stan Lee issues, and as the intro, which I'm going to do. Here's the thing. When I originally planned to do this, I planned to script it a little bit. So, because when I talk freely like this, I usually have a tendency to say, like, and just stuff that normal people do. But kind of sounds annoying when you're listening to a video of somebody talk. So, I don't know, I still don't know if I'm going to script it or not. If I script it, it's going to take longer. And let's face it, it takes me a while to put out videos to begin with. So, I don't know if I'll script it. But we'll basically be going through the history of the X-Men. Just kind of a preview. And talking about history, and the thing about the X-Men is they split up into books. Like, of course, X-Men are famous for their spin-off books, like New Mutants, X-Factor, X-Force, all those kind of books. And I'll try to review them when they're necessary. Like there's about 30, 40 issues of New Mutants that's just not necessary to be read to the X-Men history. And through these series of videos, we're basically going to go through the history of the X-Men as I see it, meaning the continuity that I pick, which is all of Chris Claremont's run. And then basically, according to me, nothing happened. Like, after Chris Claremont left and Jim Lee left, the X-Men books basically stopped. I know that's not what happened, but to me, that's what happened, because I'm a big fan of iFanboy's philosophy of pick your own continuity. And that's basically what I'll be doing. So it's up to Chris Claremont's run, and then nothing happened, and then I'll be reading Grant Morrison's New X-Men. We'll go through that, and then nothing happened because I don't consider Chuck Austin's run in canon, just like I don't consider Scott Lobdell's run in canon. Even Age of Apocalypse, I'm sorry if you like that, I don't. And then I'll be doing Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men, and then from there, we'll see what else happens. But yeah, this is a series of videos that I've been thinking about doing. I don't know if I'll script it, because again, I have a tendency of repeating myself. And I have a tendency, when I go off the cuff and not as scripted, to me, probably not as good as it would be scripted. But again, it already takes me a long time to put out videos, and if you make me script them, it's going to take even longer. So, this is kind of a preview, I guess, of a series of videos that's going to be upcoming. Hopefully this isn't going to be like Eric's upcoming epic Daredevil review when he never actually did it because he got busy. And that's what happens, You're not getting paid for this. Stuff gets in the way. So, hopefully this is a series that I'll be starting called The History of the X-Men, and I hope you enjoy it.